Are you traveling to China or just curious about this great big country? I'm sure you've heard the rumors. It's overcrowded, dirty, nobody speaks English, and the food, well, let's just say it's not all stir fry and fortune cookies. But here's the thing, those are just myths. I'm taking you on a journey. We're gonna uncover the 5 huge lies about traveling in China that nobody talks about. And stick around because one of those lies could change the way you see this country forever. We are in China.
I just landed in China, and you know, people are doing what everybody else does in the world on a Sunday afternoon, gathering with their family, their children, and their friends.
Myth number 1 is that people think all you can eat in China is greasy food. That's just not the case. You'll find more variety in China than you will in your local food court. We are in this little food market here to stop for some lamb skewers. Oh, this is good, this is good. Oh, stick with me, I'll explain everything. Ni hao, hello. Ni hao, hello. Is it mental? No. This is great. With some help of some Chinese girls there and Translate app, we were able to ask for help on where to go to eat. Now, China is incredibly diverse. It's as big as the United States, and it differs from north to south, east to west. So you can get the Peking duck in Beijing, you can get the Xiaolongbao in Shanghai, or the Sichuan hot pot if you want. Everywhere you go, there's different little plates, and every little region is known for its different little plates. And back there, of course, we had the meat skewers, and I need a beer to go along with it. But between over there and here, hopefully we're gonna find something. In China, there's also a myth that they don't drink, and well, that's not quite true. They love their beer, and so do we. A nice cold beer, a Peugeot. Ganbei!
Very good, very good. Cheers! Ganbei! Hey, ganbei, 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 ganbei. Hello!
Oh. Ganbei!
Honey sauce pork ribs, roasted chili peppers, eggplant, chicken wings, dried squid.
So we made our way through the menu. Now, you can do it too, don't worry. You'll be able to make your way through a food menu. And that's one of the myths when you're here, is that how are you gonna order? How are you gonna decide what to eat? Well, even here in China, they had photos up at the restaurants. Yes, the Chinese love that too, and it's a great way for you to just point at something and the waiter will understand that's what you want. You need to learn some keywords for the essentials like Peugeot. And then on the menu itself, the last couple of nights where we ate, they gave us a menu, a paper menu with a pen and a checklist, and you just go through, use your Google Lens or another Translate app and see what you want and check off the different items. Now tonight, Andy, what did we get?
Beef skewers, oysters, peanuts, sweet and sour beef,
tofu, and some Vietnamese spring rolls because we're right near the border of Vietnam, and some more beers. Think about what you pay back home to get oysters grilled up, and you got also there the skewers as well, rotisserie chicken over coals, and all this goodness costs next to nothing here in China. I think we made friends. Love it. Yeah, the Chinese are super sweet and nice. Oyster incoming. These are topped with garlic sauce, and they're still warm from the grill. Oh yeah, so good, so good. Just remember the basics. The basics are rice, noodles, tofu. You can always get those dishes anywhere you go, and they always come with the basic staples of fish, beef, chicken, lamb. Those always you can find, and then of course places have the exotic foods. The Chinese don't eat bugs, insects, dogs like you've read online. That's not the case. You're not gonna find it everywhere. Sure, you can find it, but it's not the case where it's prevalent anywhere you go. These little street food stalls, they're gonna sell your basics, your skewers, your tofu, your fruits, and your vegetables.
And really, you're gonna be happy here eating in China. I really love walking the Chinese streets at night because you get all these cool colors. Granted, they're not the old neon signs of old, but it's pretty spectacular, just all the colors. And then all the vendors, it's about 6 p.m. at night and all the vendors are out selling, all the people come out, temperature drops a bit, especially in the warm summer months. And you see people just out in the street here. There's a little hot pot set up and people are gonna enjoy some food here in the street. The motorbikes are going by, no sound on those, all electric.
中药泡脚，养生之道，促进血液循环。
Cheers.
Beef brisket and roasted radish. Interesting. And stir-fried silk pork.
Myth number 2, China's too overcrowded and you're not going to enjoy it. Sure, that may be the case in the big mega cities like Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, or in Hong Kong. But here in these small little villages, towns all across China, you're gonna be able to find these beautiful tourist spots that only the Chinese go to, off beaten path places. So you're gonna be able to walk around, get all those beautiful photos and interact with the locals as well. If you wanna go to those big cities, and I don't blame you, you should definitely go along the river there in Shanghai, go see the famous square in Beijing. Just be prepared for the crowds. There are a lot of people, but the Chinese are orderly. You think the Great Wall in China is crowded? Try going to see the fireworks at New Year's Eve in New York City. Now that's crowded. Those things right there, I call them the silent killers. Everywhere you go in China, it's all electrified. Cars, motorbikes, here comes another one. You don't hear them coming until it's too late. Now, if you want to have a less crowded time, go to those off-beaten path places. There's places like Sichuan or down in the south where I'm here now in Guangxi, and you're gonna find so few tourists. You're gonna be standing out in the crowd because down here, a lot of these people have never seen white folk like myself, and you're gonna be asked to have selfies with them, and you're gonna be invited to drink some tea together or to do a shot of beer together as well. It's definitely worth exploring these off-beaten path places. I love China! China! Love it here, full of motorbikes, ni hao. And these people are all trying to get to where they're going, held up in a traffic jam. Now, most of the bikes in China are electric, but there we saw a girl, what looked to be like a ninja or something, with the motor revving, the smell of a motor. Classic old school, and you don't get that much here in China these days. Ni hao, ni hao. Ni hao, hello. Hello.
Andy and I came out for a run. You never know who we meet up with. Ni hao. Yeah. We got it. New running partner. I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds good.
Good morning from China. Just want to let you know the coffee situation here. This is the equivalent to Chinese Starbucks. This is Luckin, and they're everywhere here in China, taking over Starbucks' dominance because Starbucks did have a dominance and kind of still does here in China. But this is the early morning scene here in China. Coffee for me and my friend. Let's go, woman zoba. If you're coming to China, I know I say cash is king all the time, but forget about it. They look at cash and they're confused. This stuff is, no one uses cash. You gotta have WeChat Pay or Alipay.
What a beautiful way to start your morning in China. Zhao Zhenhao.
Hi, I'm a priest.
Nice to meet you. I love it. Anywhere you go in China, it's a chance for exploration. And just in this little roadside stop, a gas station, I got a couple of drinks here, explored the store. One of it is this coconut water melt drink, is from Hainan. It's famous for that island south of the mainland in China. And this other one, Koho or something, I don't know, but I think it has coffee and definitely looks like it has coconut water as well. Let's enjoy. Stick with me because coming up, I'll explain to you how you can meet friends here in China without speaking the language. Another myth, well, you can't travel around this beautiful country without speaking Chinese. That's just not true. You're gonna find in the big cities, many people speak Chinese, and many of the street signs are in Chinese and Mandarin and also in English. Even out here in these small little towns, as I travel around, I'm seeing road signs that are also written in English to help us foreigners navigate this far off Eastern country. And the younger people, when you see them, well, more than likely, they're gonna know some English because here in the schools, they know English is an important language for them to learn, and they're going out and they're learning it, and the schools are teaching it. So if you're ever in doubt, lost along the way, stop first a younger person because more than likely they're gonna speak a little bit of English and they're gonna help you along your way. And also translation apps, they'll help you out tons. Hello, do you speak English?
你好，您会说英语吗？
And remember when I said I'd explain to you my go-to app for navigating China like a pro? Well, it's the translator apps. You can use Google Translate, but you're always gonna have to have a VPN or something like that when you're here so you can get on it because remember, ni hao. Do you speak English? I don't think so. Hello, ni hao. You're gonna have your VPN on because they block Google services here. So what I recommend to you to do is download before you come here Microsoft Translator or different translator apps. That way you don't have to turn on your VPN while you're here to use them. I've been using Microsoft Translator and that's helped me out so much. You can go in there with the microphone and say, hello, do you speak English? And it'll say it in Chinese and it'll also spit out the message as well so they can read it.
Welcome to China. Yeah, welcome to Guangxi.
Find people in China who speak English?
Shanghai.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe in the Chengdu.
Beijing, Shanghai, people speak English?
Yeah.
English is an international language and we must learn it.
Yeah.
Now when you're at the train stations, which are like airports here, they're so modern and so big, or if you're at a bus station or a big tourist site and you need to figure out how to buy tickets so you can get to where you need to go, don't worry. Again, the Chinese are friendly. They're not scary, they're friendly. And if they see you there struggling, even if they only speak a little, ni hao, even if they only speak a little bit of English, they're gonna help you along your way. Do you speak English?
Not very good. Welcome to China.
Why should someone visit China?
China very beautiful and everyone wants to the world know us.
Are the people friendly?
Yeah, very friendly.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're friendly.
Thank you.
Look at this, my friend Fawn. Shishi Fawn, she saw me over here filming and she just brought me a bubble tea. So I'm telling you, Chinese are friendly. Don't be afraid, come here and visit. Well, it's going to be a quiet dinner, but then we had some friends join us. This must be what it's like to be a famous actor or something. I love China. It's great! I love Mama! Hey, hi! We were gonna have a quiet dinner tonight. It's not happening. Not really, but that's... If you are liking this video, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, like button down below. It helps so much with the algorithm and helps promote this video to other viewers that'll enjoy it as well. Also, have you subscribed yet? I hope you have. If you haven't, please take a moment while you're down there and subscribe. That way you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos that I make, and you'll help me get these videos out to other food and travel lovers like us. Shishi, thank you. Now, another myth is that China is dirty and polluted, and I'm looking up at these skies, and I don't know about you, but I don't see any pollution. Now, sure, in the bigger cities, China does suffer with a bit of pollution, especially in those cool winter months when the smog can roll in unannounced. But the reality is, over the last decade, China has done so much to clean its airs, switching to electrical vehicles for starters, and shifting some of the production of the factories out to different areas and changing the way they produce at those factories. You can hear the electrical vehicles are not making a sound. Motorbikes are going by without the sound that you'd normally hear with the combustion motors that are producing a lot of the smog in other cities, other countries around the world. China is working on this problem. You're more likely to see street cleaners than you are smog up in the sky these days. Yes, another Luckin coffee. Shishi, zaijian. Now, what I love in China is the fact that all over the city, you're gonna see people, street cleaners, going around with these long tweezers, basically picking up little pieces of trash scattered about their hometown, their city. It's not as much as you'd see in Tokyo, in Japan, but you see here in China, they keep their home streets, they keep their towns clean. Now, pro tip from me to you for when you're traveling here in China, public bathrooms, like in other countries around the world, they can be a bit disgusting at times, and at times they can be very clean. But what I suggest is err on the safe side and bring your own packet of tissues, maybe always carry some disinfectant or wet wipes, and that way when you're in the bathroom you have what you need. Well, this guy just asked for a selfie, so in return I asked him to give me a lift to where I need to go. Love China. Here we go. Ni hao. Ni hao. This is technically a sidewalk, but we're driving down it anyway. In China, also like in Italy, rules are meant to be broken. I don't know if you can see this behind me, but one thing I love in the summer is the Chinese men, they'll pull their shirts up over their belly and just air out their belly. It's something very particular to here in China.
In the night,
Like barbecue.
barbecue. Hey, look at this is a barbecue.
But we drink as well, but we're hungry.
Are you hungry?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you eat it? Yeah. Try it.
So tonight we found this little place here, a Hunan specialty place, and the owner invited us to sit down on the first day of business, and we're here drinking with them. Ganbei. 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 And just to give you an idea, you can find people that speak a little bit of English because he's from Mongolia and he speaks a little bit of English, and it's enough to invite us in here and have food. And it kept us from going to the other neighboring rival restaurants. Instead, we sat down here and we're super pleased. But with a little bit of courage, you can find those people that are gonna speak English and are gonna welcome you with open arms. Yes.
Number one.
Thank you, sir.
Number one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Takeout for you.
再见
Good night.
再见
Bye.
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 Oh.
Ni hao. This is great. Nice to meet you.
Oh, shishi.
So this kid comes back with a gift. Aw, shishi.
Take it.
Shishi. Thank you very much. It's so nice. Thank you. Bye-bye. I want to put away this myth that Chinese people are rude and unfriendly. That's simply not the case. Don't confuse cultural differences for rudeness when you're traveling here in China or when you're meeting a Chinese person abroad, because they are super friendly, especially if you make the effort to speak a little bit of their language. Before I travel to China, I always have a few different words I know, like shi, thank you, and ni hao for saying hello, or ni hao ma for how are you doing, and zao zhen hao for good morning. Knowing a few phrases like this will help out tons. Also, you'll find for sure in the bigger cities on ni hao. You'll find for sure in the bigger cities, people can sometimes be pushy and stuff, especially when getting in and out of public transportation, but that's just their culture, the way they are, and they speak loudly at times like we all do. They're not a quiet culture, but they could just be discussing the weather after all. You don't know what they're talking about. My advice to you is, if you want to make friends, if you want to really get the deeper meaning of what it means to be Chinese, well, try to meet up with different people that can speak English, that will invite you into their homes, maybe share a dinner together. You can speak English. Yeah. I'm telling you, you'll find people that speak English around here, and always have your WeChat. You need WeChat. It's like WhatsApp here for China, and even better, always have it open with the QR code ready to go, so then you can show your QR code, they'll scan you, and you're automatic friends. It's a fast way of making friends, and then later you can message, and the app does automatic translation. So if they write you a message in Chinese, bam, you can translate it right away to English. Also, if you get away from the tier 1 cities like Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, and get away to the smaller cities, yes, I know, we're in Nanning right now, a city of around 9 million people. I think it's a tier 2 city in China, but you can get to the smaller cities like we were the other night, a little town, and they'll treat you like a rock star, and they're super friendly, and you'll still find people there that speak English and want to know a little bit about your story, and why not you get a little bit of their story as well. Now, in addition to subscribing, if you want exclusive video access, early bird viewing to my videos, make sure to become a channel member. Click down below, join, and by doing so, you'll support me and all the videos I'm making here on the channel, and you'll get the early bird viewing. You'll get special emojis that go along with your name when you comment as well, and I always try to reply to your comments because you're making a difference here on my channel. So thank you very much. Shishi. We just had a random stranger offer to give us a ride to the hotel. That's great. Shishi. I'm telling you, everywhere you go in China, people are nice. Do you live in Nanning?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for the ride.
How the?
Thank you. Bye-bye. So cool, so nice of that guy. I mean, obviously we're Westerners here and they want to make friends, and he's made one tonight. Bye-bye. Don't let misconceptions hold you back from exploring this incredible country. China will surprise you. Find out more here.